Hello, everyone, and welcome to SCORE Fairfield County's live webinar on SBA Overview and SBA 101 Workshop. I'm Tim Ryan, the webinar coordinator and a business mentor here at SCORE Fairfield County, and I'll be your host. Our presenter today is Moraima Gutierrez. More on Moraima in just a minute. First, some brief info on SCORE. There's over 320 offices and 11,000 volunteers nationwide, and we are the all-volunteer arm of the SBA. SCORE Fairfield County itself has 130 volunteers with a wide range of industry, process, and subject matter expertise. We offer 3 primary value-added services to small business owners. First, free one-on-one counseling. Second, educational workshops and webinars like this one, over 150 per year. And third, an extensive resources on our website, including Word and Excel templates to help you build your business plan. SCORE puts on many webinars each month. Look for future events on our webinar calendar at fairfieldcounty.score.org. Some useful information about today's event. If you have a question, please use the chat window at any time during the presentation. It's located in the lower part of your screen. Our webinar will end at 1 o'clock to respect your time. The session is being recorded, and a link to the recording will be on our website within the next couple of days. Now our speaker. Moraima Gutierrez is the Assistant District Director of Economic Development at the Small Business Administration. Welcome, Moraima. I'll turn it over to you now.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, SCORE Fairfield County. Thank you, Tim, for inviting me today. I call this our lunch and learn sessions, right? I thank you all attendees today for coming on and, sharing this experience with us in terms of, the SBA. So today we're going to learn a little bit about the SBA, learn about what it is that we actually do. And I'm hoping that I can satisfy your curiosity. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me, or maybe we can open it up for Q&A at the end. But that being said, I just wanted to share with everyone that the SBA recently had a birthday. July 30th, 1953, this agency was created by President Dwight Eisenhower. And so we are 68 years young. So we are still in celebration mode, celebrating the creation of the SBA. So one of the things about why folks such as you here on this webinar today, why do you seek the Small Business Administration? And so wherever you are in growing your small business, we want you to know that the SBA has your back. Everyone has a why as to why they're listening into this webinar and participating in terms of where they are. What is driving them to become an entrepreneur? What gets them up in the morning? Is it that fire in the belly? Are you thinking about starting a business, or are you thinking about growing your business and are looking for services and products that the SBA may have to help you grow your business? So this is just a little bit of as to kind of why, right? Everyone has a reason. Is it because you want to work your own hours? Is it because you want to have more spare time? Or because you have a different way of maybe selling or promoting the product that you currently are working with? So these are just questions for you to kind of answer yourself. And so I wanted to share with you this video that is embedded in this presentation, just to kind of get us, our engines revved up for today.
An idea, a concept, a plan, a dream. That's how businesses start. With the help of the U.S. Small Business Administration, businesses transform from a home office to a global operation, a double oven setup to a 6-person bakery, concept to manufacturing, and from contemplating closure to not just surviving, but thriving. That's the power of the SBA. We make small business our business by being an ally, an advocate, a mentor, a coach, an educator, a friend to ambitious and passionate entrepreneurs. And we're igniting change, sparking action, so businesses across the nation can confidently start, grow, expand, and recover. SBA, empowering small businesses, empowering the American dream.
Okay. So we just, with, all of our programs, our products, our services, we want you to know that working with the SBA, small business owners and entrepreneurs are empowered to succeed. We provide you with access to capital, with valuable resources, the business know-how, and the right expertise at each stage of your business life cycle. So where are you in your business life cycle? What are you looking to achieve? So increasing your confidence with Business Smarts, we have the tools available for you to start, grow, expand, and recover. So the SBA Resource Partner Network. So we want you to know that when you need reliable advice to start or grow your business, the SBA can connect you with experts who understand the business climate at both a national level as well as in your specific region or market. Our Resource Partner Network, which you'll learn more about today, helps us to extend our reach to serve the nation's small business community outside of our district office. So it's whether you need to create a business plan or get expert advice on expanding your business or train your team, your staff, the SBA makes sure that you're never far from the help you need. Back in fiscal year 2019, over 1.7 million small business owners received counseling and training from an SBA resource partner. So as you can see, we are SBA resource partners such as SCORE are approved and funded by the SBA. We have over 1,400 partners in offices nationally. And to find the most local resource partner near you, you can go to sba.gov/local assistance and just put in your zip code. So which resource partners are right for you? So today, this workshop is being hosted by SCORE. And in Connecticut, we happen to have 6 SCORE chapters. The one we're working with today is Fairfield County SCORE. And Fairfield County SCORE mentors provide mentorship and advice, as Tim said earlier, from real-world business executives, in person or virtually. Since the pandemic, we've been working majority of the time, we've been working virtually, but nevertheless, once the pandemic is over, we will resume our in person, but virtual right now is how we're working. We have free online workshops and webinars, such as the one you're attending today. And for the nearest SCORE office, which is your Fairfield County SCORE office, they're located in Norwalk. I have here a phone number and a web address for you. We have the America's Small Business Development Centers in Connecticut. We have our Small Business Development Center, which is headquartered in East Hartford, Connecticut. Nevertheless, they have over 20 small business counselors and mentors available as well. You would go onto their website at ctsbdc.com and again, do the intake just as you would with SCORE, and they will match you up with a mentor. They has a few questions. They will match you up with a mentor that has the expertise that you may be looking for, whether it's e-commerce, whether it's marketing, whether it's exporting. Again, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur or business owner looking for free business consulting, we have those resources available to you in a wide variety of formats. And our third resource partners is what we call the Women Business Centers. And we are fortunate that in Connecticut, we happen to have 4 women business centers. We have a women business center that takes care of all of the Hartford County area. We have another one serving Southwest Connecticut, South Central, and Southeastern. Again, free counseling and training on a comprehensive variety of topics in several languages, such as English, Spanish, I believe Mandarin, and they offer expert business advice to level the playing field against unique challenges or obstacles. So no resource partner is wrong. And again, we have clients that actually use 2 resource partners. Maybe they'll use a SCORE mentor and they'll also go to the Women Business Center looking for a specific workshop. So no, you can't go wrong with one or both, or maybe all 3, because it all depends on the services that you're seeking. We also have our Veteran Business Outreach Center. Our Veteran Business Outreach Center is regional. They are based in Rhode Island, but Providence, Rhode Island, but they serve all of New England, all 6 states. Again, you don't have to be a veteran. You can also be a military spouse of a veteran, whether you need counseling or transition assistance, training and advice. Our veteran business outreach centers know all the services and programs that may be available for aspiring entrepreneurs, including grants. And in our district office, again, we are small, we are tiny but mighty. We have a staff of 8 people that oversee the entire state. We have 2 offices. Our main office is located in Hartford, Connecticut, and we have a satellite office in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I listed here myself and 3 other of my colleagues, but I am missing half of the team. But I just want you to know that there are other folks within our office that you can also call if you have a question or if you need a referral to something. We can definitely assist you with that. We have here our website information. We have an email address if you want to email our office, and we also have a Twitter handle. And Twitter has become a real, especially during the pandemic, Twitter has become a real asset for us when it comes to being able to disseminate information and get out information fast and furiously. Twitter is a resource that we have really utilized during the pandemic. And so for, breaking news, definitely use our Twitter handle and follow us. And you will learn more about SBA than you ever thought you would know before. So build capacity as your business develops. So are you ready? Are you ready to consider federal contracting? Are you already in business? You have maybe a couple years under your belt and you're thinking about, well, how can I sell my goods or services to the government? So we are one of the largest consumers buying all kinds of products and services because the government doesn't really manufacture anything. So everything that we use, whether it's the chair that I'm sitting on, is a chair that was purchased from a small business. So the federal government is required by law to provide contract opportunities to small businesses. And we work with federal agencies across the board to award at least 23% of prime government contract dollars each year to small business. So to evaluate your readiness and learn more about contracting, you can go to sba.gov/contracting, and we have short videos that are kind of tutorials to determine your readiness. So the SBA can help you evaluate your readiness, but it can, we want you to know that federal contracting can also represent a very profitable market for your business. It's also extremely complex to get started and to thrive. So to determine if your business is ready for federal contracting by assessing your marketability, structure and experience, system and capability, and the ability to find contracts, we want you to know that we have those services available to you, because a lot of small businesses are in the process of saying, okay, yes, I would love to have a federal contract, but maybe they don't have the capacity just yet because they're newer. So this is an opportunity to be able to determine your readiness and to also find maybe other small businesses that if you do receive a federal contract, that you could subcontract with, and then maybe everyone can share a piece of the pie. So how you can qualify for federal contracts? We have a certification program, because again, we have to award at least 23% of prime government contracting dollars each year to small businesses that are certified with SBA contracting programs. So these programs include what we call the 8A Business Development Program, our historically underutilized business zones. Your business might be located in an underutilized business zones and you don't even know that. So we have a map that you can determine based on your zip code to see if you are located in a hub zone. We have the Women-Owned Small Business Certification Program, as well as the Service Disabled Veteran-Owned Program. So one of the things that we how this is broken down is that we have to award, for example, for a Service Disabled Veteran-Owned Program, 3% of federal contracting dollars has to go to that. For the hub zone, another 3%. For the women-owned small business, 5%. And for the 8A, 5% as well. So in fiscal year 20, just for, to throw some numbers out there, in fiscal year 2019, $635.9 billion of the value of all federal contracts went to small businesses. So I have a breakdown here in terms of, how much went to what. For example, $27.5 billion went to historically underutilized business zones. $62.1 billion went to women-owned small businesses. $86.5 billion went to service disabled veteran-owned small businesses, and so forth. So this is actually a really, really good program that allows small businesses to grow quickly. So we also have what they call the all small business mentor protege program, they can match you with a mentor, and you can gain valuable business development insights from mentors who are already in the business of selling to the government. So these mentors can help strategize and contracting, and maybe provide you with a really good partnership opportunity for subcontracting, and help you navigate the bidding and acquisition process. So once you get into this world, there's a lot of terminology that is not part of your day-to-day. And so this is a really good way for you to familiarize yourself further and get the knowledge and experience that you need to be able to compete for these contracts. So if you are looking to expand or to learn more, we also have, just like we have our resource partners with SCORE, with SBDC and the Women in Business Center, we also have our procurement technical assistance centers. So our procurement technical assistance centers can also determine if your business is ready for federal contracting. They will sit with you one-on-one and provide that one-on-one expertise that you need to figure out where you are in your business life cycle, and to see if this is a good program for you. And they can help you get certified and determine what certification is actually will match up with your type of business. And again, help you get registered in proper places to get involved in the government marketplace. Again, see what certifications you're eligible for. We call it PTAC for short. Our Procurement Technical Assistance Center is based in Groton, Connecticut. They service the entire state. And you can go onto their website at ctptac.org and learn more about this organization, and also fill out a small intake form if you'd like to sit down with a mentor and discuss this further. So if you need access to capital, the SBA can help. We have loans for no matter what industry you're in or how long you've been in business. We can connect you to different types of funding sources that will help you determine which one is right for you. We have SBA-backed loans, we have private investors, research and development awarded funds, and we also have short surety bonds. So if you need a loan to start, to grow, to expand, everyone that's, for example, in this webinar is in a different cycle in their business. Some folks are looking for startup funding, some are looking to grow their business. So we work with SBA approved lenders to offer microloans or SBA backed loans that have competitive terms, lower down payments, flexible overhead requirements. And also some of our micro lenders offer the counseling and education to make sure that this is a viable business that the SBA is willing to back. So these loan programs are designed with the unique needs of the small business owner in mind. With the longer repayment, that is something that is really good for some small business owners, especially when in the startup phase, when you don't want to acquire a lot of debt. Also, sometimes the payments are lower, and no prepayment penalties gives you the flexibility you need to grow your business while meeting those very important financial obligations. So our loan guarantees make it possible for many small businesses to access the capital they need to start, grow, or expand their businesses. So how can an SBA loan help you? There's different ways. It can help you launch. It can help you grow or repair a startup, start or purchase a small business, an existing business, access revolving credit, or working day-to-day capital for, for your day-to-day expenses. They can help you purchase, renovate, expand facilities, purchase inventory, equipment, machinery. We have a 504 loan that is perfect for purchasing land or real estate. And we also have export working capital loans to export a product or service. And so there's, from as low as $500, which is a microloan, to all the way up to $5.5 million, SBA-backed loans can be used for most of these business purposes. So that being said, we want you to know that, you're increasing your chances of securing a loan is a lot of this, right, is doing your homework in advance. So we can connect you with a local SCORE, SBDC, or WBC office to help you prepare your business package and loan package. So that's what these really good SCORE mentors will help you do. They will help you take a look at that business plan, make sure that your financial projections are on point, because what you want to make sure is that you are bankable, right? And for the lender, sometimes all they can see is the business plan in front of them. And so that business plan has to be 100% accurate. So if you connect yourself with a good SCORE mentor, they can help you to kind of put that puzzle together and make sure that there's an extra set of eyes looking at that business plan. So again, they'll help you prepare to speak with SBA lenders. And again, what they want to discuss here is the size and purpose of your loan, right? The size and age of your business, whether it's an existing or whether it's new, credit history, collateral, financial projections, and again, any technical assistance or mentoring needs that you may need along the way. So we have here what we call Lender Match. Lender Match is our online matching lender portal. And again, it's a short little intake form. You're going to go on sba.gov/lender match, fill out the intake form to describe what your needs are. Again, the industry, the size of the loan that you're requesting. So what that'll do is once you hit send, that will connect with the SBA approved lenders within our state. Interested lenders that are interested in financing this project will reply to you directly within 2 days over email. You can set up a mutually convenient appointment to talk to your lender and then determine if this is a good match for you and apply for this loan. So again, the Lender Match can help you connect with SBA approved lenders. Again, what they want to make sure is that you're credit worthy, and they want to make sure that the loan is repayable upon the proceeds of the business. So it's not about going into your savings until you can actually earn a profit from the business. They want to make sure that the loan is repayable based on the proceeds of your small business. So how to determine the credit worthiness? This is a model that most lenders use. So our resource partners, such as SCORE, can help work with you to determine your credit worthiness. And this is what they like to use, and they call it the 5 C's model. It's character, cash flow, collateral, capitalizations, and conditions. And so what we want to make sure that, for example, do you as the borrower demonstrate strength in character, right? Do you have an adequate cash flow to repay a loan? Do you pay all other existing businesses and personal expenses? And do you have collateral to offer your lender in the event your loan is not repaid? So these are all things that the lender looks at, especially when it's a startup, because anytime it's a startup, right, all they have to base the business on is the business plan and the financial projections. And so that is why the business plan needs to be solid, because that is what is going to ultimately, give them a yay or nay. They're definitely going to look at your character. They're definitely going to look at, your credit worthiness and all of that, and also at the market conditions, right? Are there any outside conditions that will affect the ability to repay your loan? And that could be an industry trend. If you're looking to invest into a business that is more of a fad, that's one of the things that they're going to look at. If you did your research adequately and you did a market analysis, is this a trend that is I would say halfway within its life cycle, or is this not a trend? Is this something that's going to stay for the long term? And that's what lenders want to see. They don't want to see you jumping into a trend that, within, maybe 12 to 15 months, the trend will be gone. So we have what we call SBICs. And so the SBICs are small business investment companies. And this is another way to secure capital, because not all capital comes in the form of a loan through a traditional lender. So we want to show you that there's actually other options. And so you can grow your business using a small business investment company if you have strong financial performance, if you're already in business. And this is primarily tailored to businesses that are already in existence. So how the SBICs work is they're privately owned companies that are licensed and regulated by SBA. And so they invest in your company in the form of debt and equity. So sometimes, there's also going to be a percentage of your business attached to that. And so while it's not that the SBA is directly investing into the small business, what it does, it provides funding to qualified small business investment companies with expertise in certain sectors or industry. And one of them that comes to mind quickly is that of technology. So what the SBICs do is then they use their private funds along with the SBA-backed funding to invest in these small businesses. So this is a completely different way to acquire capital for your small business. So if you're interested in learning more, you can definitely go onto our website, sba.gov/funding programs /investment capital. And we have an online directory so you could see who the local SBICs are in your area or in your state. So we also have funding that can fund innovations called through what we call the Small Business Innovation Research or the Small Business Technology Transfer, SBIR, STTR, which we commonly refer to them. So how this works is that this is organized by the SBA. This program allows federal agencies to fund compromising technology without forcing entrepreneurs to give up equity or ownership of their company. So let's say you as a small business owner are an inventor and you're in the research and development phase and you're looking for funding to help you kind of get through this phase for prototyping operations. This may be a grant that you may be able to qualify for. And so the key areas that the SBIR, STTR funds are artificial intelligence, nanomaterials, clean energy, water filtration, for example, education technology. And so this is really interesting to a lot of our innovators out there in terms of, having this funding available. In Connecticut, we have the agency that is currently our SBIR grantee is the Connecticut Innovation Center. And they were recently awarded a grant as of last week of $125,000 for the fiscal year. And so if there's any innovators out there that are in this research and development phase and need a little bit of extra funding to help them get through, definitely take a look at our SBIR.gov website, or take a look at Connecticut Innovations and get in contact with someone there. So we also have what we call our surety bond program. So our surety bond program guarantees surety bonds from select providers, so more small businesses can qualify for and win work. So sometimes you need to be bonded in order to be able to bid on a contract. So it all depends, again, the type of industry that you're in. So think about being, let's say you're in the construction field, right? Or you have a supply in a service sector. these are things that this is something that may come up throughout the lifespan of your business, right? Being able to bid on as a subcontractor on a job because you have a bond backed by the SBA to be able to assist you and be able to land that deal. So how this works is that surety bonds help small businesses receive the bonding assistance they need to win contracts by providing the customer with a guarantee that the work will be completed. So if you can show for example, a contract upfront showing, yes, this is a project that that I am about to receive. All I need, I bid on it. This is something that I can execute. This is something that may work for you in order to be able to secure this deal. So we partner with up to 40 surety companies nationally and hundreds of bonding agents. So for all contracts and subcontracts that are up to 6.5 million, the SBA can guarantee bid, payment, performance, and ancillary bonds issued by these surety companies. So for federal contracts that are up to 10 million, the SBA can make a guarantee if it's in the best interest of the government. So again, this is another funding opportunity that's available to help you as a small business owner get the contract that you need to make sure that your business can grow. So imagine your potential as you branch out, right? Because as small business owners, sometimes we look at, for example, our neighborhood as our primary customer base, or sometimes as, just maybe folks in our state, depending on the product or service that we sell. But we want you to know that there's so much potential out there. So think about if you're branching out meaning exporting. If you're interested in, and if you have a product or a service that you think that, you can export, we want you to know that nearly 96% of consumers live outside of the United States. And that's 2/3 of the world's purchasing power. It's all in foreign countries. And that's not something that we think about on a daily basis. But we have here what we call our readiness model on sba.gov/exporting that can help you access what type of business or product you can deliver and access your readiness. So we have places where you can get the training and counseling. We have what we call our USACs, which are United States Export Assistance Centers, our Small Business Development Centers. They can help you, access your readiness depending on the product or service that you have. They can help you match you with buyers internationally. For that, we also have another grant called the State Trade Expansion Program, and that's disseminated under our Department of Connecticut State Department of Economic and Community Development. So they have what they call a STEP grant that this funding is given to our state of Connecticut and for them to execute this program. And this program, the STEP, let's say you're in the business of manufacturing, I don't know, I'm going to say cosmetics, and you would like to sell your cosmetics overseas, perhaps. So this grant will allow you to register for a trade show, let's say a trade show that's happening in China, and therefore help you with the cost of marketing, your booth, your products to be able to get you to sell these products overseas, because sometimes you have to be in the presence of the buyers internationally in order to be able to exhibit and showcase, your goods and services. So this is another really wonderful opportunity. We have export funding. We have export working capital loans, export express loans, and international trade loans. So again, from soup to nuts, taking you to a completely different level. For a lot of small business owners, these are things that they had never even thought about in terms of, what opportunities are there. And again, that's what our export assistance centers are for. We have in the state of Connecticut, our closest export assistance center is based in Middletown. And we have an email here, an email address, a website, www.2016.export.gov. You can go onto their website and reach out to someone there, or learn more about what countries are right now maybe the top countries that they're working with in order to be able to export to that specific country. I believe Canada's high on the list. I believe Mexico is high on the list. But nevertheless, there might be a country that you have not even considered, yet it's a country that is probably looking to buy more of those goods and services, and that's where the U.S. Export Assistance Center can match you. So also, we have an export trade manager in our office. His name is Joe Raycraft, and Joe can talk to you more about these export working capital loans. And if you need to get in touch with Joe, I can definitely put you in touch with him. So again, we are in a situation currently in a pandemic, right? So when we talk about start, grow, expand, such as exporting, we also talk about recovery, right? So we want you to triumph over all this adversity. And we're currently sitting in a pandemic that has taken over the world, and it has affected just about every single area, of our lives, right? Not only our personal lives, but our business lives as well. So we have what we call programs to help you recover from these disasters. We have natural man-made disasters, right? That happen, can happen in the sense of a hurricane. One of the stats say that an estimated 25% of small businesses don't reopen after a major disaster. So when there's a hurricane, an earthquake, sometimes that just completely wipes out a small business. So businesses can protect themselves with an up-to-date plan of action. And so we have what we call disaster preparedness webinars, and you can prepare your business and learn more by visiting sba.gov/prepare. So each year, the SBA provides billions of dollars in low interest, long-term disaster loans to help small businesses and homeowners and renters recover from declared disasters. So when we say homeowners and renters, is because just because you're a homeowner and you have homeowners insurance, it doesn't always cover natural disasters, right? And so if your homeowners insurance cannot cover the damages of, a hurricane comes in and you get flooded, this is where an SBA disaster loan can come in and help. So our loans can cover real estate, personal property, economic injury that, for small businesses, machinery and equipment, inventory, and again, for active duty military as well. So when a disaster is there, we want you to know that when a disaster occurs, we want you to know that SBA is there. We have affordable and accessible loans to get your business and your home and life back on track, to assist homeowners, renters, and business owners affected by hurricanes Maria, Irma, and Harvey back in 2017, 2018. The SBA approved over 130,000 loans, a total of $6.7 billion. But where we are today with our SBA disaster loans, during when the pandemic hit in, I would say, spring of 2020, all of a sudden, states shut down. Small businesses had to close without any warning, without any plan. So the SBA and the U.S. Treasury created these COVID-19 relief programs to assist small businesses, those being the Paycheck Protection Program that I'm sure most of you have heard of and maybe been a recipient of. Again, we had debt relief on existing 7 SBA backed loans, those being 7A, 504, and a microloan. So if you were already an SBA borrower, we had a debt relief in where payments were halted for a year, or actually 2 years, I believe now. Again, we created the economic injury disaster loan that offered an advance and a supplemented targeted advance. We had the shuttered venue operators grant that is still open and closes on August 20th, and the restaurant revitalization fund. So these were all programs that were put into place to assist during the COVID-19 pandemic, and some of them are still in place. And just to give you some numbers to let you know where Connecticut landed in terms of using these disaster relief programs, Our Paycheck Protection Program in Connecticut gave out 64,629 forgivable loans, totaling 6,700,000,000, yada, yada. So $6.7 billion in just the Paycheck Protection Program. Our EIDL, our Economic Injury Disaster Loans, a total of $2.7 billion to date. And with our Shuttered Venue Operators Grant, which is specifically for theaters, venues, promoters, for the arts, so far we have $102 million that has come into the state of Connecticut, and it's still coming in. And with our Restaurant Revitalization Fund grants, we had $301 million. So this is a lot of money coming through the SBA for our Connecticut small businesses that I wanted to make you aware of. So that being said, this is an SBA overview. Again, it's a lot of information, but I'm hoping that some or maybe 3 or 4 of these programs, are programs that you as an attendee today, as an entrepreneur, can definitely take advantage of, whether it's in the form of counseling, whether it's in the form of capital, or whether it's in the form of contracting. We have all kinds of resources available to you. So if you have any questions, I'm not sure, Tim, are we going to be taking questions?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
We'll now
Okay.
use the remaining time for a little Q&A. We'll take as many as possible till the end of 1 o'clock. So please
Okay.
submit them via either the chat feature or the Q&A section that's at the bottom of your screen. Very good. The first question that actually came in is fairly common. They were wondering if you had a PDF or a handout of this presentation. It's a lot of great information in it. How would they get that?
So what I can do is I can send it to you, Tim, in a PDF, and you can share it with the registrants. How's that?
Okay,
Does that
that's
work?
very good.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Also, this will be available in a couple of days, and you can replay it and slow it down and as much as you want, and when you replay it, so that's available as well. A common question that comes up is, they're a small business, they've opened a bank account, they have an LLC. What should they do? They know they need money. What should they do first? Should they actually go to their commercial bank and see if they qualify for a traditional loan? Should they go right to the SBA? Should they go right to the lender match? What should the typical person do?
So I think that the person should start with making an appointment with a business mentor and taking a look at that business plan. So you don't want to pull the cart before the horse. You want to make sure that your business plan is solid, because you don't want to waste a lender's time. If the business plan is not solid, the lender's going to look at it and say, this entrepreneur doesn't know what they're doing, right? And so you want the business plan, you want those financials to be in order. You want those projections to be accurate, because in the end, you want to make sure that your projections are showing a profit. So prior to making an appointment with a lender or going on Lender Match, make an appointment with one of your SCORE business mentors, because they can definitely take a look at that and, give you the green light or maybe the yellow light, because it might need a little bit more polishing. But you don't want to start making, anticipating the appointments with a lender when you don't even know, based on your business plan, exactly how much you're looking for in terms of capital.
Okay, so Joe's follow-up to that is, okay, I vetted my business plan with a SCORE mentor. Which step next? Should he go to the bank, or should he go to SBA directly?
You can go to sba.gov/lender match. So one of the things that we don't do the lending directly, for example, in our office. We do it, all of it happens directly through our SBA approved lenders. So you will be working, so you'll never work, let's say, with me regarding the loan. You'll be working with that specific lender. So you could do it through sba.gov/lender match, or you can go onto our website and open up our lender list and take a look at all the SBA approved lenders in our state. There's a contact information for each lending institution there, and you can do it that way as well. And so one of the things that happens is they're going to be kind of like the first person to take a look and make the determination whether it's a yay or a nay. And so once they make that, let's say your determination is a yay, all is well, you've been approved for, $75,000, they put it in the system, then that goes through what we call ETRAN, our electronic transmission system, and our Office of Capital Access then takes another look at it, and they do the underwriting, and they give it, the second stamp, and it's good to go.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Next question is, I was supposed to open my business in 2020, but didn't due to the pandemic. I figured I could not apply as I had no financials. Can I apply backwards with info from this year's financials?
So it depends on what you're going to apply for. So for example, the Paycheck Protection Program is closed, right? Our Restaurant Revitalization Program has closed. The only two programs that we have available, if you're looking at the disaster recovery, we have the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. That's a 30-year term loan at 3.75%. And we also have the shuttered venues, which is for entities that, that anything that involves the arts. So I think you just need to kind of take a look at maybe, I think, I don't know what industry this is, but perhaps you would be suitable for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan.
Right, and she's following up with I meant apply for financial relief for the year 2020. So I think because there was no prior business, there was no loss that you could really determine.
Right, there was no loss. So one of the things when you're filling out, let's say it's the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, when you're filling out the application, it asks you your losses. If your business was not open at all during 2020 and you hadn't started a business, then you really don't have losses, right? It's, it's based, so they're going to look at your taxes in order to be able to determine the size of the award.
Right. So as a follow-up, she actually it's a charter sailboat. Is that considered a venue, a sailboat operation? I guess it is in.
It's I mean, is so we have to I don't know what that's registered under. So what we have, what we call the NAICS code, which is the North American Industry Classification System. So so depending on when you registered your business, if that's what it classifies under for, let's say, the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant, then it would be eligible. But you can find out more by going to the SBA.gov website. Just do a /SVOG, Shuttered Venue Operators Grant, and there's going to be a Q&A there.
Yeah, great. So Gary was asking, how do we get a business mentor? At least where SCORE is concerned, you can go to fairfieldcounty.score.org website, and there is right there, find a mentor button. Just click on that. You can have the choice of trying to choose your own mentor from a list of descriptions and photos, or you can just type out as much information, say you want somebody with financial experience or marketing experience or something like that, and we'll try to match you up with the best match that we can think of, and they'll probably get back to you within a couple of days. So we got another question here. For SBA 7A loan, can a resident alien, non-citizen, non-LPR on E2 investor temporary visa employing only U.S. citizens be eligible?
I have to take a look at that, just because a lot of if you would have asked me 12 months ago, I would have said no, but a lot of the regulations have changed. So if you can just send me an email, I'll take a look at that, and I'll ask our lender relations specialist that can give you, a quick yay or nay on that.
Okay, great. When it came to the surety bond program, the SBA surety bond program, I imagine there is a cost to a business for that?
So there's not a cost, for example, for you to get the information. So It's case by case based depending on the size of the project, right? Depending on the size of the project and depending on which I would say SBIC you're working with, but there shouldn't be a cost per se to be able to get in, to get a surety bond. So.
Okay. So people that may not qualify if they went directly to a bond company, if they go through the SBA, they might be able to get the bond because it's
Right.
SBA guaranteed.
If you go through an SBA authorized surety bond contractor, absolutely.
Got
And
it.
that's what we're here for. We're here to help what we call the little people, the little guys. Those folks that sometimes don't have all the collateral, right? That don't have, all the the down payment. It's not like when you're purchasing a home, that mandatory 20%. It's very different with small business. So that's what we're here for. If we're here to provide to be that co-signer for you.
Right. Yeah, this has been wonderful because I don't think the average person knows about all the different pieces when you talk about the Women's Business Development Council or the Veterans Business Outreach or the federal contracting help you can get, the hub zones, the capital, different pieces of the capital, including private investors, the lender match program. It's all such a wonderful asset you have.
It's a lot. So I understand for those that are here today, it's a lot because, you may have gone in thinking, oh, I just need a business mentor, or, oh, I just need a small business loan. But then you find out that there's so much more, if you want to get into federal contracting later and grow your business. I mean, imagine, let's say you're a small business, you're a manufacturer and you make t-shirts, let's say. Think about, having the federal government as, your next customer. Imagine all of a sudden you get to fulfill an order for, the correctional, one of the, all of Connecticut's correctional institutions, right? How many millions of t-shirts, that order, that one order, right? And, once you're in the portal and you're able, to bid on a project and you get kind of like that first contract, others will follow. And, it's not only for your business, think about all the other little guys around you that you can also help by subcontracting with them. So it's a really good program, and it's a complex program. So that's why we have our Procurement Technical Assistance Center that can sit with you and show you what the portal looks like, show you how, what an RFP looks like, because it's almost like a foreign language, right? All these technical terms that, we may not be familiar with because they're not part of our day-to-day.
Right. Yeah. And exporting too. I mean, I know exporting and federal contractors are never really considered on most of the clients that I see.
Absolutely.
It's a potential to definitely grow your business. Very
Absolutely.
good. As a reminder, a recording of this webinar is available within a couple of days on fairfieldcounty.score's website. Please check our website for information on upcoming webinars. Again, SCORE offers free individual counseling, so please please go to our website and click Request a Mentor. We're available for sessions via phone, email, or video, currently using Zoom. Also, please fill out your evaluations. It'll be sent at the end of the webinar shortly. On behalf of SCORE, I'd like to thank you all for attending today's SCORE live webinar. In closing today, a big thank you to Moraima Gutierrez. Thanks, that was great.
Thank you all. Have a wonderful day and don't hesitate to reach out.